Hey there, and welcome to the video. Appreciate you stopping by. This isn't gonna be the most exciting studio workshop upgrade ever, but I guarantee if you work on guitars, you're gonna dig some stuff to see in this video. And even if you don't work on guitars, there's gonna be some stuff in here I know you'll find interesting. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you don't miss out. We're gonna go over some cool stuff. But to cut right to the chase, this is it. This is my new Koda 3-shelf utility cart. I'm gonna tell you all about why I'm stoked on this. It's a great, I've been looking for something new to put my guitar workstation on here, or workbench, as some people call it, because I just wanna get this out of the way right away. I get so many questions about this thing. Why? Because it's awesome. It's this portable little workstation that folds up like the size of a briefcase, but it's got tons of storage compartments, and it's just a great place to work on guitars. It's perfect for me here. It's perfect traveling to shows, gigs, everything like that. And guys are asking me about it all the time. The reason that I usually don't list it in the description with a link to where to get it is primarily two reasons. The first is I have no affiliation whatsoever with Ultracase, the company that makes these. This is called the Ultracase Tech Box. So I don't have any affiliation with them. I'm still happy to spread the word about them because that's what I love to do on this channel, is tell people about things that I love. But the other reason is because they cost an arm and a leg. You can check these out now at ultracasellc.com and you'll see what I mean. They go for $460, which to me is overpriced, but it is a great piece of gear, just a wonderful thing. So if you feel like spending that kind of money to have something like this, then I recommend it. Otherwise, there are definitely cheaper solutions, but I do back this thing. Again, ultracasellc.com. So like I said, I get so many questions about that. Happy to answer it. Get one for yourself if you like it. Let me know in the comments if you did. So I wanted something new to put this on because I've been using this old cart you guys have seen in tons of my videos. Anytime I'm doing any type of guitar maintenance, shop stuff, I've always got this thing on top of this old rickety cart. And guys make fun of me all the time, saying, oh, you need to get something that doesn't roll around or wobble around so much. So I needed something sturdier. This was my wife's kitchen table in her first little apartment straight out of college. And as we moved in together and stuff, and we're getting rid of stuff, I said, hey, I'm gonna keep that. I might need it someday. And sure enough, I did for this, but it certainly doesn't look that great. It's aged, it's wobbly, it's noisy, just kind of a piece of shit. So for months now, at least weeks, but I'd say a couple months, I've been seeing at Costco when I go in there and online that they have this thing. Again, it's called the Koda, Koda 3-shelf utility cart. And it was $160, and I'm just like, ugh, $160, is that justified? Can I justify that expense? So I just kept putting it off. But it was perfect. It's the exact same size as my other one, maybe a couple inches taller. And finally, the other day, I pulled the trigger. I looked online and it said out of stock. So you guys may see that too. Again, anybody can go to Costco, at least here in America. I don't know if they have them overseas or whatever, but maybe you could order it directly from Koda if you want to get one for yourself. I'm going to talk all about it. But it said out of stock online, but my local store has limited quantities. So I went down there right away after deciding, all right, I'm just going to go check it out in person and see if I like it. And they had one built there, and to my surprise, it was only $140 there at the store. Maybe the same at your local Costco. So I went ahead and got it, and I'm very happy with my decision. So super sturdy. It's got a nice wooden top. It's got this pull-out shelf here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. You can set tools there if you need to, things like that. So that'll come in handy. And just having a place to put my stuff. My other wooden cart didn't have any shelves except for the very bottom. So this is nice, and I've already started setting stuff up here. We'll go through that. Also, one thing I wanted to mention is I have a pro workstation. It's the bomb, like a pro touring one that you may have seen in some other videos, but I don't bring it in here and you don't see it that often because it's in my other main workshop at the other end of my basement where I have all my regular household tools and all that kind of stuff. And it's just too big to bring in here. It's bulky. I have a full video on it that I recommend you checking out. I'll link it for you here. I go through what's in all the drawers, all the cool stuff, what's in a pro guitarist or tech box, what does he carry with him? There's some interesting stuff in there. I have so many odds and ends, tools, and cool guitar stuff. So check out that video for sure if you want to see what's in my main workstation. The other big problem with it is that it has a big back on it. You know, it kind of folds closed for traveling, and then you fold it up. So that means I can only film from one direction. I can't film from behind like I like to film in a lot of my guitar maintenance videos from the front, where you can see my face from the front, what I'm doing on the guitar. I usually have an overhead shot and stuff like that. So I'm limited in shots with that big guitar workstation. So I needed something cool in here, and I came up with this, and now I got this nice sturdy, it still wobbles a little bit just because it's on carpet, but this thing is rock solid. It's got locking wheels. The wheels are super smooth. So again, no affiliation with this. It's not like I'm trying to promote this or anything, but if you're looking for something cool, this is my newest recommendation. Nice shelves here. Let's take a closer look. It's got this, you know, this is like an insert. I can't really grab it right now, but comes in and out. And I just got this awesome care pack from Nomad. Everybody knows, if you've been watching my channel, I love the Nomad tool. And they just sent me a care pack with all this killer stuff. I just did a short like unboxing video on this stuff that maybe I'll just play here at the end of this video so you can see the unboxing and what everything is, because I haven't really gotten into everything. But I know a lot of people don't see shorts in the same way they see these long form videos, so maybe I'll show that at the end of this video just for those who want to check that out. Got the little Marshall there, could plug right in. You know, what else we got here? A little string box. I got tons more in my other workshop, but I just bring some over here so they're just on hand. Got some DRs, some string joys, and some brass knuckles. Some new ones I got recently. So cool to have that. It's just great to have a place to put stuff. And I just set this up last night, just threw some stuff on here. So obviously all this will get built more. I bring over more tools and stuff. Something else that I wanted to show off here. I'd always have this Megadeth Countdown to Extinction tab book at the bottom of my old wooden one. And every once in a while, guys would mention that they saw that in the back, and they'd be like, oh, I see the Countdown to Extinction tab book there. So I brought out my tab book collection, and I thought I'd show that off to you guys for those who are interested to see what tab books I own. The ones I started out with when I first started playing, that I've probably had since I was in 8th grade, 7th grade maybe, stuff. And I've always wanted to have them like out. I had a couple out, like I just grab them when I need them. In another big storage spot of my basement, I got a huge basement here with all sorts of different rooms where I keep all sorts of stuff. I have some boxes and boxes of Camira memorabilia, so much gear, because I had the full studio downtown before COVID. And then when COVID hit, I had to move everything in here, and that's why I did this whole thing. So I got probably, I don't even know, 1,500 square feet of just storage behind this wall and that wall, with tons of cabs, PA systems, all sorts of shelving, merchandise, just so much stuff. You can't even believe, loads of drum heads, and then all my old crap, CDs, VHS, all this. And I got boxes of books and stuff, and I'd have my tab books in there, and if I needed one for something, I'd go grab it, but I'd have to dig through like 300 books to find what I needed and stuff. So I wanted to have a place, I thought, I just want to have my tab books on hand all the time for when I want to grab some. So I stacked some up here, ones that I thought were the coolest, let's just go through them. I thought that'd be fun. So yeah, Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction, my favorite Megadeth record. At one point, I learned all these tunes, like 8th, 9th grade. Started learning a lot of, I learned all Dave's solos, and I learned a couple of Marty's, but Marty's just out of my wheelhouse, as I've mentioned in the past, and there's only a couple of his I could play. But yeah, I learned so many of these songs, and it taught me so much about guitar playing, songwriting, awesome little riff writing. You know, it just built my style, learning this along with the Metallica stuff, which we'll get into. All right, now here's a guess. Can anybody guess what this one is? Just from that right there. Anybody who can guess this can have it. Just kidding. But all I have to do is turn one page and you'll know what it is. Holy Wars, Punishment Due. So yeah, front cover and back cover fallen off of this over the years. Somehow I lost the front cover. I think tomorrow night I might go see Marty Friedman play. Maybe I'll bring this and have him sign it. I don't know. Not that I'll know if I'm gonna meet him or anything like that. I've never met him. Met Dave, worked a lot with Ellefson. I worked with Nick Menza on a little project once, but I never met him, and that project never saw the light of day. But I've never met Marty, one of my favorite players ever. But rest in peace, learned as much as I could from this one too. Absolutely just life-defining record for me, for sure, and so many of you. Got the old Camira one. A lot of people ask how accurate this is. Unfortunately, I mean, it can get you around. It's still a cool thing to have and everything, but it's not the most accurate. As they were making this, they sent Matt and I the tabs to like go over, but we just didn't. We were too busy. We were touring and just doing band stuff 7 days a week. Probably, I don't know when this came out. Right after the Infection. Yeah, it goes up to the Infection, 2009. So we were just too busy to go over everything note by note. So unfortunately, this doesn't come with Camira's stamp of approval that everything is 100% accurate. If you do want 100% accurate tabs, you can find those at robarnoldworld.com/tabs or guitar tabs, I forget. Dirt. Oh man. Jerry Cantrell, I don't mention him enough, but he's one of my favorite players. Definitely a huge inspiration in my soloing. Just that feel, doesn't have to be crazy shreddy or anything, just cool notes and feeling, soul, heart, spirit. That's what I think of Jerry Cantrell. Lane Staley, one of my favorite singers ever. So, and Dirt, one of my favorite albums of all time. Another one, they're self-titled. Dude, songs like Sludge Factory, God Am, I love that one. Frogs, I mean, I love all these songs. Amazing album. Jar of Flies, and The Sap. So, yeah, I bet a lot of you guys didn't know that I used to play a lot of these Alice in Chains songs. I can still make my way through a lot of them. Just awesome riffs. Jerry's such a great band. Sean Kenny, the drummer, love his style. Andals love Sean Kenny too. So awesome. Dude, my favorite Slayer record, Divine Intervention. This one's underrated, but I've been hearing a lot of guys lately talk about it. They're like, oh, Divine Intervention's badass. And I'm like, dude, I've been saying that since 1994. Things are different than before. Violence is what we adore. Invitation to the game. Contemplation, media fame. Every day it's more the same. Ditto Head. First song I heard came out like a musician, guitar for the practicing musician or something. Or maybe it was Guitar World. I don't know. But the tab for that came out when the video came out before the album was even released. And I remember trying to learn that because it was so sick. Favorite Slayer record. What's this one? Primal Slayer. Oh, this is just like a bunch of their hits. Angel of Death, Black Magic, Dead Skin Mask, Die by the Sword, Divine Intervention, Mandatory Suicide, Raining Blood, Seasons in the Abyss, South of Heaven, 213, War Ensemble. A staple. You gotta have this one in your collection. All those big Slayer hits. Van Halen. Again, outside of my wheelhouse. There's so many Van Halen songs I want to learn, but they're too hard for me. I can make my way around, but this is a cool one. So many good ones. But not enough of the ones I really wanted, actually. I'm a huge Diver Down fan, and I felt like there wasn't enough Diver Down stuff on here. 1984 is my favorite record. I don't think I have the 1984 tab book, though. Load, I don't even know that I've opened this. This might be Mark Hunter's, as a matter of fact. Mark, if it is, let me know. I'm happy to give it back to you. I remember I borrowed a bunch of yours way back in the day, and I feel like I gave them all back, but I don't remember that I would have bought the Load one, Now these, though, Black Album, learn this front to back, every solo. Justice, my favorite album out of all music on earth, my favorite album of all time. Learn this one front to back, all solos, everything. This is all in like before my 9th grade year of school. I moved to Ohio from Arizona, didn't have any friends, just had 3 months to just learn all the Metallica books and some Megadeth books, and that's what I did all day, every day for that entire summer. Really built my chops. Puppets, same thing. Kill 'Em All through Black Album at one point. I could play all those songs all the way through. All the parts. Lightning. I think this might have been the first one I started working on. I think I got Kill 'Em All was my first record, maybe? No, wait. Damn, I can't remember right now. But I think I probably maybe this was the first tab book I got. It's still in fantastic condition, too. And then Kill 'Em All. A lot of great riff building techniques in this. I remember learning Metal Militia, Jump in the Fire, dexterity building, pick building with Metal Militia, Four Horsemen for melody, so many great ones. Flamenco, this is a cool one, again, out of my wheelhouse. I tried and tried. In 2001, when Camira first went on the road with Slayer, I'm mixing up a story here. We were on the road with El Nino before the Slayer tour, and Mark Rizzo, the guitar player of El Nino, was a fantastic flamenco player, and he'd sit under a tree every day outside the buses and just play flamenco guitar all day before their shows, and I was so inspired by that. Then our next tour we did was the Slayer tour, and the first show was in New Orleans at the House of Blues, and right across the street there was a music shop. I went over there and I was looking through the tab books, and they had this one, this flamenco guitar solo book. So I picked it up right away. Just I thought I'm gonna start chipping away at this stuff and figure out how to play flamenco guitar. It came with like a CD, which is somewhere, and a lot of the stuff just sounds really awesome to me, but I gave up. I learned a few things, but kind of gave up. Beatles, I don't even know why I have this. I don't think I've ever played a Beatles song in my life, but I know this is a classic record, all-time classic record. But again, I don't even know how this came into my possession and why I even brought it out for this. Acoustic guitar riffs. I remember I went through this phase one time where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn like all these old hits. It's got like Stone songs, Goo Goo Dolls, Beatles, John Cougar Mellencamp, Queensryche, Clapton, Bon Jovi, Fleetwood Mac. I'm like, I'm gonna learn like a bunch of like, you know, songs that you can go into a bar at night and just play and sing along with, but I don't know that I've ever even opened this. And then Essential Dimebag Darrell riffs. I remember this one, it came with the CD. Yeah, is that still in there? Oh, it is. It feels like it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rip that out to get it out. I'm not gonna do it. But Dimebag Darrell's Riffer Madness, again, just out of my wheelhouse. So much of Dime stuff I could play, but I could never really play all those solos or anything like that, but it was still cool to have as a youngster. A lot of badass. This is just like riff selections, you know? So, Revolution is my name. Revolution is my name. Intro riff, played Texas style. What's Texas style? Only them Pantera boys know. Fort Worth. But picked up a lot of great techniques from this. So it's cool. You know, I'm of the mindset that if you have stuff like this on hand, sitting around, as a guitar player, it's just easier to pick it up and get inspired and start learning and riffing. Whereas, you know, if the stuff's put away or the guitar's under your bed collecting dust or whatever, you're just not gonna play, not gonna excel, not gonna just keep going with it. So glad to have those out. Will I ever pick them up? I don't know. But so yeah, that's the rack. The only reason I'm talking about it, again, it's not like it's the coolest like gear edition or super upgrade or anything like that. You know, it's not like a new SSL console or something like that in my studio, but it led to a lot of stories, and I thought it was maybe worth making a video about to talk about, because I know a lot of people, it's just like, you know, although we're not having a conversation, we kind of are. I know a lot of you guys are looking at some of those tab books and have stories of your own and stuff, and that's why I like to talk about that stuff. It's like hanging and talking about music that we love, but just from one-sided here. Just talking to myself into the camera right now, right? So that's gonna do it, but I figure let's just do one last thing. While we've got the workstation here and ready to go, I might as well christen it. The first project on the new Koda utility cart here. I figured I have a small job to do that I wasn't gonna do on camera, but I'm gonna right now. I got a DiMarzio strap to install on the new M1001 here. So, like I said, let's christen the new table with a little strap install. It'll just take like 2 minutes, I bet. Let's see. All right, let's knock this out. Done a ton of these, should go quick. Again, this is the DiMarzio clip lock. If you watch my content, you know I love these things. Back them big time. I'm gonna try to use as much of the original hardware I can to maintain this gold. You know, obviously all the gold. Gonna lose the button, but maybe I could still use the screw. We'll see. So that, like that. Let's see what we're working with there. First thing, let's take this out. All right. So will this work in this thing? It does. So we can maintain the gold. That's cool. Just gonna do that. Put this back on there. little felt thing. So that worked, perfect. It's gonna be so easy. Okay, finish it off by hand. Perfecto. This one. Can the drill get in there? Yes. Okay. Drop the felt. Got that back. And just like that. Have a shelf to put stuff. Love it. I like to get the strap in position before tightening it down, even though I leave it so it can still move, but not totally freely. See how that doesn't fall on its own? That's about how tight I got it. All right. Anybody want these? All right, I'll get that length sorted. But look at that. It took about 2 minutes and it's ready to go. Done. First job on the new cart, ready to go. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If you made it this far, let me know in a comment below. Get that pound. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It just takes a sec. Doesn't cost you a dime, but it helps me out big time. Helps me make more cooler videos. So again, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you did. Check out the description below for all sorts of cool stuff I got going on. My guitar instructional DVD, my Patreon community, my new newsletter, not new, but I have a new link to my newsletter. If you'd like to sign up for that, you can do that in the description below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Rob Arnold. I'll see you on the next one.